What's up, it's your main man, Relly Rellz. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please do me a favor, hit that wonderful subscribe button. Also like, share, and comment. Welcome to another informative automotive video. Today we have an update on the upgrade to Jeep's pickup truck, the Gladiator. Now this isn't Jeep's first diesel-powered pickup. It's actually the brand's third diesel truck with a bed. The 2021 Jeep Gladiator EcoDiesel follows the 86 and 87 Comanche, which was Renault's not so loved turbocharged 2.1 liter 4-cylinder diesel. It only produced 82 horsepower and 132 pound-feet of torque. And before that, in 1964, Jeep sold the US Marines two Ford control models equipped with two-stroke diesels. But Jeep is expecting more success this time. Jeep expects about 15% of Gladiator buyers to purchase the new EcoDiesel V6, which is about the same percentage of what the Wrangler Unlimited buyers did, even though they paid extensively for the turbocharged 3.0 liter in 2020. Now, just as it was on a Wrangler, the diesel costs an additional $4,000 and requires a $2,000 8-speed automatic transmission option. Built by Fiat Chrysler's Italian VM Motori, and now in its third generation, the engine features a compacted graphite iron block, aluminum cylinder heads, and a variable geometry turbocharger that makes 31.9 pounds of boost. Now, although it makes about 480 pound-feet of torque in a Ram 1500, where it has a slightly higher compression ratio, it's not as strong as that in the Jeeps. In the Gladiator, it's rated at about 260 horsepower at 3,600 RPM and 442 pound-feet of torque at just 1,400 RPM. And that's still the highest torque rating in a mid-size pickup. Yeah, go check it out. And it's substantially more than the 260 pound-feet that the standard 3.6 liter gas V6 provides. The Rubicon test vehicle went up steep hills over frame twisting obstacles with the engine still sitting around 2,000 RPM, while the responses were still snappy around town and at higher speeds. And the transmission does a great job of keeping the V6 on top of its torque plateau. Now, along with a more robust 8-speed automatic, the diesel also necessitates the Rubicon's tougher Dana 44 axles, along with 3.73-to-1 gears. And while the transmission generally upshifts early when accelerating hard, slapping the shifter over to the in position moves the shift points to the diesel's 4,500 RPM rear line. And despite weighing about 400 more pounds than the gas option, the EcoDiesel Gladiator feels just as quick, and it should hit 60 miles per hour in the 7-second range. Now, adding the 5.1 gallon diesel exhaust fluid tank required compromise. Of course, we got to have that for emissions compliance. Jeep had to shrink the pickup's 21.5 gallon fuel tank down to 18.3. But the EcoDiesel provides a considerable improvement in range versus the V6. And that might be the best selling point. The diesel carries a 24 mpg EPA combined rating versus the 19 mpg rating for the gas V6. And its potential highway rating is more than 500 miles per tank. Now, with the additional mass on the EcoDiesel, it required retuning of the Gladiator suspension. And that's all without altering its articulation as well as ground clearance. Spring rates are up about 10% and its dampers are also stiffer. But the pickup's ride hasn't suffered enough to really matter for that, although its towing capacity has. As a result of cooling restrictions imposed by Jeep's signature 7-slot grille, the EcoDiesel can only tow 6,500 pounds, and that's compared to the standard version's 7,650. The Jeep's payload capacity also changes depending on the configuration. On the Rubicon, it actually increases from 1,075 pounds with the gas V6 and automatic transmission combination to about 1,160 pounds. Now, to reduce some of that diesel noise, Gladiators are getting additional sound deadening material, and most of that will be found on the hot side of the firewall as well as behind the infotainment center. Now, while the engine is still considerably louder than the V6 option, it's not at the level of a big rig diesel. And actually, compared to the optional Cummins found in the heavy duty trucks, it's practically silent. But drop your foot into the throttle a bit, you'll definitely hear it over the wind noise. And there's also a bit of vibration felt in the throttle pedal, which you don't get in the V6. But I would say this would probably be Jeep's best diesel pickup truck. But just like every other vehicle, it does have some drawbacks. The turbocharged V6 adds considerable weight, cost, and complexity, as well as noise and vibration to a truck that made car and drivers 10 best list in 2020. But I will say, with the EcoDiesel's added torque, greater fuel economy, and additional range, it definitely has its advantages over the standard V6, especially for Gladiator buyers that want to take it beyond just highway driving. So what do you think about the EcoDiesel option? Make sure that you let me know in the comments below. If you haven't already, please do me a favor, hit that wonderful subscribe button, also like, share, and comment. This has been another informative automotive video with your main man, Relly Rellz. Remember, always 100, always solid.